We are going to continue our work with parameters and functions in Lesson 16. Parameters are extra pieces of information that you can pass along to the function to customize it for a specific need. Today, you will edit existing functions to make them work for specific tasks and combine similar functions into a single one by utilizing parameters in the B environment. Head to code.org now and log into your account. Double check that your username shows in the upper right to ensure that you're actually logged in. Try to complete the puzzles as best you can on your own, making sure to read the instructions. If you need help, return to this video. You can pause now and begin. Puzzle 1. Write a sequence to collect all of the nectar using get3nectar, which turns, moves to collect the nectar, and then returns to the original location. Let's look at that function now. So it turns left, moves forward, gets 3 nectar, then backs up and turns right. Use your finger to try to simulate this function. Can we start with the function immediately? No, we have to get onto this block first before it turns left in the function. So let's use a series of move forwards and functions. Excellent work. Continue on and return to the video if you need help. Pause here. Puzzle 2. Modify the get3nectar function so that it makes me turn right instead of left to the flowers. Even though we have the function in 3 places, we only need to modify one of them for all of them to be updated. Click Edit to get inside. Let's change the turn. Great, continue on and return to the video if you need help. Pause here. Puzzle 3. Now there are flowers on both sides. They've added variables called left and right for us to use, and now there's a parameter in the function called direction. Let's look inside the function to check it out. Okay, let's put in our variable for the direction. Which way do we turn first? Which way do we turn second? Which way do we turn last? Wonderful. Continue on and return to this video if you need help. Pause here. Puzzle 4. Try using your new function to collect nectar from all of the flowers. Remember to use the left and right variables. Pause here and try putting together your sequence. I started with a move forward, then I used my function to the left, then another move forward, and a function to the right, then another move forward, and a function to the left, then another move forward, and function to the right. Using pattern recognition, I realized there's a pattern happening twice. So let's simplify this with a repeat 2. Good work! Continue on to the next puzzles on your own. Return to the video if you need help. Pause here. Puzzle 5. Start from scratch. Create a new function called getFiveNectar with a direction parameter. Let's start by making a function called getFiveNectar and add a parameter for direction. See if you can remember how our function worked. If you can't remember how to use the parameter with the if, write the function as if you're taking a right first. Then see if you can modify it using the parameter for direction instead. Pause here and try it yourself. How did you do? I started by writing my function for turning right. Then I wanted to make this direction change based on the parameter for direction. I remembered that we had an if-else block in the previous puzzle. Okay, now that we have a working function, let's finish the sequence. Again, I recognize that there's a pattern. Let's simplify this with a repeat 2. Great! Continue on to the next puzzles on your own. Return to the video if you need help. Pause here. Puzzle 6. Wouldn't it be nice if we could collect all of these nectars with a single function? Try adding a new parameter to your function called nectar units to control the amount of nectar to collect. You'll probably want to rename the function too. Even though we have this function 5 places, we only need to edit one of them. Let's add a new parameter called nectar units and replace that here instead of our 5. Let's also rename the function. Now take a moment and add the values of nectar units into our functions. What's first? Then, are we going to go this way or this way next? Let's look at the sequence. Left first. So, 3. Then, Great. Continue on to the next puzzles on your return to the video if you need help. Pause here. Puzzle 7. Try using our new function to collect all of this nectar. What should we do first? Let's move forward twice. You can choose to turn right first or left first. I'm choosing to turn right first. Then we run the function again the other way. Let's test it so far. Good. Now another 2 movewards. Function to the right. Function to the left. Test it again. Pause here and see if you can do the rest on your own. This looks like it works, but we are using too many blocks. Can you think of a block that we've learned about that will help us deal with a pattern? Pause and take a moment to think. The turns are in a repeating pattern, but the number of nectars is always different. I notice that they are going up by 5 each time consistently. So perhaps we can use a for loop. Let's try. If this runs, the right and the left are going to be the same amounts. How can we modify this so that the left will be 5 more than the right? Awesome job! Continue on to the next puzzles on your own. Return to the video if you need help. Pause now. Puzzle 8. We're almost done. Now there's honey to deal with too. Rewrite your function to use both the number of honey units and the number of nectar units. How would you use those numbers to decide what you should do? There does appear to be a hint if you need it later. Let's start by pulling out our function and looking inside. Pause a moment and think about what changes you can make to the existing function to add honey. Let's add a parameter for honey. And do the same thing we did here for nectar in our algorithm. Think about what happens each step along the way. Wonderful job today!